Everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Natas 8 level from overthewire.org, Natas. This is a web app security challenge, and let us begin. So the first thing we need to do when we do any of these levels is to access the level. Remember that you can just change out the number in the URL to access Natas level 8. And hold on. Need to make sure we're going to the right place. Okay. So we need to supply a username and password. So remember, if we're accessing Natas level 8, we need to make sure that we're accessing the correct website, and then we need to paste in our password. The password is going to be obtainable from the last level, and we just need to paste that in, click on sign in, and then we are in. Okay. So it says here we need to input a secret. So there's a little field over here. We need to put in something, and then we need to submit the query. When we do that, it's going to say wrong secret. So we need to figure out what the correct secret is in this case. And in this level, they've conveniently given us the source code for this level as well. So we can go ahead and view the source code over here. So we've got some PHP code again. So once again, this is PHP code. And we can see in this PHP code that there's an encoded secret over here. So this is a hex value, a hex string value rather. And we also see this function here that's called encode secret. So it takes in a parameter, which is a secret, and then it runs these operations on it. So it's going to return from the secret, it's going to do base64 encode. So whatever is given to it, it's going to encode it in base64. Then it's going to run a string reverse, which is basically printing something out backwards. And then it's going to turn the binary information into hex information. So we can tell that this encoded secret has been encoded by the function over here, because this is a hex string. Okay, so what is the application doing here? So if array key exists, so basically when you submit something by the post method, if after we run the encode secret on whatever you post, and it's equal to the encoded secret variable here, then it's going to reveal the password. So the problem here is that we don't know what the original encoded secret is. We only know the encoded form. So what we need to do is we need to do a little bit of reverse engineering to figure out what the original secret is here. So what are we talking about? So we're going to do source code analysis, and we're going to reverse the operations. So inside the original code, there was a bin to hex operation, and the reversed operation in PHP is the hex to bin operation. Next, there's the string reverse operation, and the reversed operation is the same thing. It's also string reverse. The third operation is base64 encode, and the opposite version of that is base64 decode. So what we can do is we can use an online PHP interpreter, and I think we can find PHP interpreter online. And we got this website over here. It's called onlinephp.io. If you want to take a look at it yourself, you can look at it from there. Okay, let's make this nice and big so that we can all see what's going on. What we're going to do is we're going to paste in the code from the challenge, and we're going to try to reverse it. So we're just going to go over to the web page here, and we're going to get all this stuff. Just get everything, copy it. We're going to go over to online PHP. delete all this stuff. Oh, even the ads are big. Okay, we're going to paste in the code, and we're going to get rid of the stuff we don't need. We don't need anything from line 15 until line 8, so we're just going to get rid of all that. Okay, so what we're left with is the encoded secret, and then we've got the code, the function over here, which encodes the secret. We're going to adjust this. So we're going to rename this variable from encoded secret to just secret. After that, we're going to reverse the operations. So the string reverse operation in the center, that can stay the same. But base64 encode has to become base64 decode. And it has to go over in this slot over here. So this needs to move over here, and it also needs to change. What we're going to do is base64 encode. We're going to delete this, and we're going to move this to the front over here. The front over here, and we're just going to, whoops, hold on. We're going to do base64 decode. Okay, I think that's it. Let me look at this one more time. So we need to do base64 decode. Decode, right? Base64 decode. And then in this spot over here, we need to do hex to binary. Hex to binary? Okay, so we've now got the opposite operations over here. So hex to bin is going to turn the hexadecimal into binary. Then we're going to reverse the string, and then we're going to decode from base64. The last thing we need to do is we need to print this out. So we're going to echo. Actually, let's change the name of this. This is not encode secret anymore, it's decode. So decode secret. So we're going to echo the function decode secret with secret. And let's go ahead and run this code. We get down here and we see that this is the output, which means that this is the password we need to finish the level. So we're just going to copy this, and we're going to go back to Natas level 8. We're going to paste in the output that we got from the function, and then we're going to click on Submit Query. So after that, we see that password is granted to us. So the password for Natas level 9 is this right here. So we're just going to copy this, and we're going to So what was going on in this level? This is Natas level 8. So the username was Natas 8. The password was this. The web vulnerability in here was exposed source code. Sensitive data can be reversed engineered. And the method of solve was, what we did was we took apart the code and we did reverse of whatever function that was used to encode secret passwords. And then we were able to determine the original password by reverse engineering. All right, so everybody, this was a guided walkthrough for Natas 8 from the overthewire.org website. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.